Yeah.
What's up, people? It's the Young Talkers back with another podcast. This is the third edition, and we are low on members today. Only two of us. Veer could not join, and Pazan is obviously indulging in our gaming ways, not the podcast. So only two of us today. But a lot has happened in this past week, and we feel the need and the urge to inform you and keep you entertained and informed. So beginning with our top story for the week, we have to talk about the death of the Supreme Court Justice of USA, who is Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Yeah. So Soham, you're obviously in the States right now. Please do give us a ground report of how it's going on, what's happened.
So, um, so she obviously passed away, and the reason her passing is important is because of the fact that now conservatives can have a 6-3 advantage in the Supreme Court. As it is, they have a 5-4 advantage even with her alive. And now Trump can appoint his third Supreme Court justice, which is almost unheard of. 3 Supreme Court justices appointed by one president to give conservatives a 6-3 advantage in the Supreme Court. So the reason there's controversy on both sides, in Democratic and Republican, is that in 2016 when Obama was there, Antonio Scalia, I think, he had died. He had passed away. But Republicans didn't let Obama appoint a new Supreme Court justice, saying that the election is coming. With the election year again in 2020, Republicans have backtracked, saying actually we want to appoint a Supreme Court justice even though the election is coming. So
Okay, so now obviously they are being hypocritical, but at the same time, there's a lot of big changes that will come in the country since the Republicans now have a pretty major majority. Some of the laws that they could be looking at changing, and some of the things that might change, have a lot to do with the LGBTQ community. And there's a chance they could change abortion laws, make it illegal to have an abortion, or make it difficult to have an abortion. And we also read that it could suppress the voter rights of people from the LGBTQ community. So it's also a lot is at stake. And I also read that Mitch McConnell will go ahead with like go ahead with a certain law or something, despite the judge the judge's last dying wish. I can't remember what it exactly was. So if you're looking that up.
um so I'm not too sure either. Wait, what? Judge's last dying wish?
Yeah, so what I was talking about earlier, the Mitch McConnell, who is basically a part of the Senate, right? He's the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell. Uh, just an hour after Justice Ruth Bader's death, he released a statement vowing to hold a vote to replace her with a nominee named by President Trump. So just an hour after her death, he was already ready to replace her,
Yeah.
despite her dying wish to not be replaced because the elections are coming, right? And
Yeah.
he is still deciding to. So it's unbelievably, like, it's
This
disgusting. Yeah,
this
like an hour after her death, and I believe he even put like stuff on Twitter about you were a great leader, blah blah blah. But just an hour after her death, he's already ready to have a vote to replace her. So this
At the end
is
of the day, this is turning to like a pretty dirty political game by both sides, Democrats and Republicans. Like
exactly, and she
Democrats are
also,
saying,
yeah,
Democrats are saying no matter what, we're gonna block this justice, even if this justice is good, bad, doesn't matter. Whoever Trump appoints, we're gonna block it. And Republicans are saying no matter what, we're gonna appoint this justice, no matter what we said in 2016. I mean, this is a accurate representation that of a division between two sides in America and many other countries, frankly, right now.
now moving on from national bad news, let's go to some international bad news, which is that the virus has been delayed. The CDC chief confirms that there will not be a virus till 2021 end.
Dude, dude, now virus vaccine.
Oh my god. Sorry guys, I've been calling the virus vaccine. I mean, vaccine will not be available till 2021 end. And this is the CDC chief saying. So anyone of y'all just claiming, oh, we'll have a virus by January, we'll have a virus by February.
No, not virus, dude, vaccine.
Whoever's saying that there'll be a vaccine by January, by February is wrong. There's no vaccine coming. So let's just not get optimistic. Let's just not have blind faith. It's just been confirmed. Like he is like sure that there'll not be a vaccine coming out by like
Just
2021 end. Yeah,
just to
go ahead.
clarify, he's saying that there might be a vaccine by beginning, even end of 2020, but he's saying it won't be widely available to the public. Like
Yeah,
they'll
it
only
won't.
give it to important people like political leaders, doctors, nurses, and overall essential workers.
Yeah. So
And
it's go ahead.
especially with the news of in Oxford University vaccine stopping because of the like side effects of it, a patient getting sick. This vaccine, there's a pretty big chance that this vaccine won't be effective because it's being fast tracked. It took hundreds of years to even develop a polio vaccine or or a flu shot. This is being developed in span of 8 to 12 months, which
Those of you who don't know what CDC is, it's basically uh, the director, which is basically the Centers of Disease Control. And their director, Robert Redfield, is saying that the majority of Americans will not have access to a COVID-19 vaccine until the middle of next year. Now, this does not obviously mean for the entire world, but looking at it, that if USA is like, which is a first world country, and if their citizens don't get access to a vaccine uh, by like mid of next year, there's no chance a developing country or like a second world or third world country was getting access to it much more before. Unless a miracle happens and there is a country that gets access, we'll see, and we'll have to wait for that to take place. But till now, there is absolutely no chance.
I
And
mean, obviously Russia claims they developed a vaccine, but we have
yes,
no idea what it is, how it works, because they didn't. We don't even know if they followed proper testing or they're just using a flu shot as a coronavirus vaccine.
also one of the biggest problems for not getting a vaccine early is funding. They require a $6 billion budget to mass produce and distribute a vaccine, but they've fallen far shorter than that. The U.S. Congress has really not been able to step it up to that level. And obviously, we know that USA is a pretty arms and weapons center country, so they don't give much attention and money to healthcare. But even in such a dire situation, they aren't able to generate the funds for that. And with rising unemployment, the financial situation is getting worse and worse. And you said Russia claiming to have a vaccine as well. Russia's claiming a lot of things these days. Recently, a story came out. Not a story. This has sort of been proven almost scientifically that the scientists have spotted some type of gas in Venus, the planet Venus, and they claim that that is a potential way that there could be there could be a chance that extraterrestrial life exists over there. And ever since that story came out, the boss of the Russian space agency is saying that that Venus is a Russian planet. What?
He
Why?
said that he said that Russia is the only country to send a spaceship into Venus. So Venus is a Russian planet, and this gas that they discovered is called phosphate, I think.
You won't believe what else he said. He said if there is life on Venus, it might want to start learning Russian. Oh my god. Okay, so the boss of Russia's government space agency has called it a Russian planet, which has never been seen before. This is the last thing you need. We already have a virus wiping out a good amount of the human race on the planet. And now they're starting war in space. I mean, and I'm sure USA will be quick to jump. No, it's an American planet. I mean, once Russia starts, then USA gets, and then it's a big battle of who gets to it first.
So, discussing the actual potential life found in Venus, not Russia. The gas found phosphate is this gas that can only be produced by life. It's found in swamps that is produced by microbes. So, obviously Venus is like a completely different from Earth. We have no idea
Yeah.
what the hell is going on in Venus, but there may be like tiny bacteria or whatever living in that crazy planet.
Although the big issue is with Venus that the average temperature during the day is 430 degrees Celsius. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a human, you're gonna burn immediately. So a spacesuit's not gonna protect you. At most, obviously, a shuttle could survive, but a shuttle without astronauts or travelers in it, most likely. Surely, I don't know, in the future, in the next 20, 30 years, might be possible for there to be a solution to this. But in the near future, even if there is life on Venus, we may not be the ones. We may not be able to see it until the next 50 years at least. Uh,
Um, I feel we should just leave them alone. Like,
yeah, I think
don't mess with them. Why? Like Russia's going there saying you guys gotta learn Russian. Like, no, no.
no,
Just
it's a recipe for disaster. I mean, I think Mars is enough. Let's start with Mars first. I mean, colonizing another planet in itself is just a crazy idea, but just our world has come to such a point where like there is no real chance of turning back the clock and reducing the effects of climate change, and people are already looking at escape plans to Mars, like Elon Musk.
we've
So
already we've already seen how whenever humans touch an environment, what they do to it. And I'm sure Mars, Venus have beautiful landscapes. And if we humans go there, before you know it, there's gonna be a giant skyscraper or a oil or a like a diamond mine over there.
it would be fascinating to like get photos of Venus. Maybe if we could put a lander over there or like a rover like we did on Mars. I don't know how the temperatures are over there, how the climate is, but that would just be fascinating enough. We don't have to go there ourselves and investigate more or probably challenge the life's intelligence. We should just leave it alone. Top three biggest news that we just told you about: the death of the Supreme Court Chief Justice, how it's impacted USA, and obviously we won't be getting vaccines until mid 2021 at least, and possible life on Venus, and Russia wants Venus to become a Russian planet. And in India, some big news: IPL has restarted, and I just saw CSK versus Mumbai Indians, and it looked pretty fine. They added the noise of the crowd. I think I didn't notice any difference. The match was entertaining and fun. So yeah, recap of the week. Thank you for tuning in for the Young Talkers podcast, episode 3. And we'll see you on episode 4 next week, which is we take a look at some of the biggest events of the week, give our opinions, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and donate to Spark a Change. We'll
That's
see you guys next week.